Hey guys, let's put this, actually, yeah, we'll put it right there. That way, I'm looking at the camera, and shit, my hand will probably get tired when this is far out, so we'll do something like this. But this way I'm looking at the camera, a little bit easier. It's a bit cleaner picture for you guys anyway, but you guys can see me better. Hopefully this looks better. I don't know what my backdrop looks like. This is my storage room where I kind of store past ideas and whatnot. But anyway, welcome to day 2 of the 30 days of Shino. It's about 10 o'clock, so we're about an hour away from my stream start time, which is 11 PST. Um, and I wanted to stop, and I've spent a lot of time thinking about what I wanted, like today's tip or lesson to be, and kind of like what I'm keeping in mind while streaming today. And personally, today's tip, my thought was gonna be based off my stream from last night. And last night, I decided to do a drinking stream, or a drunk stream is what people refer to it as. It was a lot of fun. I'm not gonna lie, I had a blast with friends. I'm not gonna lie, once you've had a few drinks, personally, I don't worry as much about my view counts at. I just focus honestly on just having a good time and still being as interactive as a chat as I can, but then most, like I said, mostly just having a good time and having some laugh with friends. Not something I do often, but the fact that I can't think it's probably been a year since I've done my last real drunk stream. But, I mean, I still had fun. But that lead me to the thought I wanted to say was, that sounds really cool, right? That's a cool idea. And I guess the tip that I wanted to give everyone today was to stream responsibly. The reason for that is because there's a lot of cool things you can do, a lot of gimmicks, things like that. You guys have seen drunk streams, I'm sure. Me telling you this, if you're anywhere involved in Twitch, this isn't your first time hearing about it. I'm sure you guys have also heard of like 24 or 48 hour streams, charity streams, cosplay streams, all sorts of like gimmick, scare screams, streams, whatever, anything else in between. And all those things are well and good, and those are great things to do. I think those are a great way to build hype for your stream. It's a great way to do an event to like kind of have fun and things like that. But the reason why I bring up, streaming responsibly is at the end of the day, regardless of what you're doing, you should know your limits. I'm planning on putting out a tweet. I put out a tweet earlier today about having fun on Twitch and like what other things people do for fun. But I think just from my personal experience from watching drunk streams, watching cosplay streams in 24 hours, and I think the longest I've seen is a 69-hour stream, which I highly don't recommend. I don't even know how the person who did it made it. And again, personal opinion, don't ever do that. Never do. I don't even recommend 24 hours. Never do anything longer than that, in my personal opinion. It builds hype, but it's extremely dangerous for your body and mind. So, ultimately you're your own person, so you'll decide what you want to do there. But something I feel you should keep in mind. But like I said, we're getting ready to go live here in a little bit. And I just feel like they're a great way to build hype for your stream. But they're a great way to kind of ruin yourself for streaming. Twitch does have some rules and guidelines about drinking and things like that on stream. So something I would look up before you do any of those. As well as, there should be health guidelines you look up for staying up for extended periods of time or putting yourselves in uncomfortable positions. Like, I'm talking about some of the more simple and tame things. We've also had people, do like really loud noises for certain donations, which then again affect your hearing. I've even heard of some random guy wearing a shot collar and all sorts of weird stuff. Again, things I don't things I don't personally ever recommend or think are necessary is going that far. But if you're going to be doing anything like that, please do it responsibly. Think about your health, your well-being, the people who care about you. And then also, one of the most important things I say to keep in mind is your image. Like, yes, you are, this is your community and you want to be yourself, and people always stress being yourself on the stream. But I always try to be the best version of myself. That doesn't necessarily mean that I'm putting on a fake mask, but it means I'm always striving to improve myself, so it doesn't mean I'm always going to be the greatest, but I'm always going to put my greatest foot forward. I'm always going to try to have a good time and be the best version of who I feel I am. And by doing that, I feel like I'm always improving myself, which is one of the growth aspects of streaming. But, I mean, everybody knows things, when you're really tired, when you're really drunk, certain things tend to come out that may not be appropriate. And, I mean, once it's out on the internet, it's out there. Like, there's nothing you can do about it. It stays there whether you want it to or not. So my only thought would just be, like, think about what you want out there, why you want it out there, and if this is really how you want to be remembered yourself, 10 years from now. I'm sure I've done some really weird things like pick my ear, because I think I have an ear infection or something going on here. Or, pick my nose on stream, or sneeze, or burp, or whatever. Things like that happen, and that's natural and it happens, but I mean, I don't want to be known as the guy who threw up on stream or things like that. It happens, I'm not saying, to shame anybody that's happened to, but it's not necessarily what I want to be known for. It's not what I want my stream to be known for, so just consider those things whenever you're doing anything a little bit extra, crazy, to try to get hype for your stream. Whatever you do, you want to do it responsibly. So my tip for the day, stream responsibly. Thank you for tuning in for today's tips from 30 Days of Shino. Like I said, I'm up to the live on 11. Till then, I love you guys, much love and respect, and I'll see you mañana. Later.
I can do this all day, I can do this all night.